so it can be frosty when
Must
I
have
get
turned
in.
itself back on.
All right, we got. Let me fire up my Jones here. That guy's rolling.
We're good.
We got AJ and I are going for a nice 100-degree Sunday drive. And this actually is a Sunday drive for once. There's no indicator, so you just count reverse and then just hook it a little bit. You're good. And when you back out, we're going to go up because my Kia's on the right. Yeah.
Do you have a garage opener?
Yep. Yeah, hook it.
You're living the dream, dude.
Sunday drive again with AJ.
Right. No Fairmont though.
Sunday drive on Sunday. And I got my other camera here, but we don't know how good the audio is going to be. This should be great, because this actually has a rear mic in it for you to do documentaries. So initial thoughts.
This thing drives a lot nicer than the Fairmont. The Fairmont was a little rough. You push the brakes in on that, and it was like pushing in like a sponge.
Oh, you can go wherever you want, actually. We can go down 78.
Yeah, I guess that's where we're going, huh?
I was gonna say we'll rip around like behind Veracruz, but
this thing drives so docile though.
Oh yeah,
for what it has, it really does.
Second, and we're still on 10 pounds, like 9.8 average, and it makes probably 600 tire right about there. So. That's 5 pounds.
Yeah, I was barely in it.
Yep.
You know, it's funny though, like, a lot of people will say like, oh yeah, I was barely in it, but really they were murdering the car. I was barely in it though. You can tell by the way the trans is shifting so low too, like,
yep.
Really wasn't in it much at all. Right there, this thing's funny, man. It really feels like I'm on a bike, but with 4 wheels. You just like roll into the throttle. Just wants to go.
Lots of torque.
It's amazing how docile this thing drives though.
Yeah, for having a 4-inch hood exit, it's not even that loud, really.
No, it's not bad at all. It really isn't. Yeah, it moves pretty good. It's hard.
Jump off Mays Ave if you want.
Yeah, we can do that. It's really hard not to smile when you're driving this thing.
You smell the E?
I do. It smells like I'm driving a cotton candy machine around.
See that in the dash, the lower right is ethanol content percentage.
76, some shit like that.
Yep.
Give or take.
And we'll see how my GoPro footage is also.
Got the dial a boost, although it doesn't
That's
work.
not wired right now.
No.
I should though. But I'm gonna start taking this apart in like less than a month, so. Did you even get into the throttle?
Yeah, I did. I didn't get into the power band though. The gate open band, I just got out of it.
Yeah, third gear, just rolling them off.
That fucking car behind us was probably like, wow, what the fuck was that? That started to go pretty good.
Oh yeah, it was. I was like, I hope he lifts.
Yeah, no, we're good.
I know. My brain can't, not even when I'm driving somebody that like all they do, like Jimmy Lowry, and it starts going sideways, I'll be like, I hope we straighten out eventually.
I'm sorry, I've never met you, Jimmy, but if you're watching this, you're an animal, dude. And everything we've done has been inspired by you guys and IMV. Really has. You guys give us hope. Just pull right out in traffic.
Yeah, it is much smoother. It was doing this. I had a quote unquote nasty hole in my fuel map.
Oh.
So you would go to pull out and it had a lean spot. Because what I did, I changed my fuel pressure. So then I biffed like part of my map. So
Where should I go?
well, pull it down into third actually, so it's not in fourth in town. There we go. I don't know. Let's go back behind like Veracruz. So what do you think on the mild street tune-up on 10 pounds there?
Yeah, this is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, that's my mild setup.
I mean, I don't think you probably got it on video. I have no idea if you'll be able to tell, but that started to kick out pretty good at like 3/4 throttle, and I just got into the wastegate and I let out.
Well, like I said too, you'll hit half throttle and it'll be 5 pounds, and then what it does is it starts ramping the boost in. So it feels smooth.
It really does, actually. It's pretty impressive.
It just breezes the power in.
In some ways, though, that's kind of nice. It gives you the ability to kind of prepare for like the ass kicking you might endure in a minute.
Yes.
I like that.
What's nice is if it spins, you can pedal and roll into it again. And if you're trying to embarrass somebody, you'll get good traction because it feeds the power again.
Embarrassing. You can embarrass a lot of people with this.
Because if you had it on 20 pounds and you're pedaling, it swings from 20 inches of vacuum to 20 pounds of boost. So it gets kind of wild. Like it's like way too much power. It's in high all the time. Once you're rolling a certain speed, it's in high gear all the time. So that's why it's not that responsive.
That's fine with me.
Yeah, but it gets good traction.
I'm still getting a claim. This thing is hilarious, dude. I don't know.
It's so normal though, isn't it?
It really blows me away how much you spend on getting everything drivable. Like,
I like them to be drivable.
Grandma could drive this car no problem right now. You can drive this thing as docile as you want, and I'm not stalling out at lights. I'm not bucking everywhere.
It comes down to a nice smooth, you know.
I have a turn signal on. I don't even think they work, do they?
No, they work. There's just no indicators.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because it was a CAN bus dash. Second gear. Third gear.
This shift's really nice too. That is so smooth.
Yep.
Like, really, you could daily drive this setup, no problem.
I mean, I did. For a while,
Yeah.
I would be like, oh, daily driver week, and I'd drive it for like 1,000 miles in a week for work. And people are like, he's probably not driving it that much. I'm like, yeah, I did.
This is just hilarious. I'm just driving through town. My work truck.
You can see the heat coming out of the exhaust in the hood. Like a mirage on the desert.
I love that.
It's funny then, we should almost take it out on the tire. You'll punch it and it'll just hook and you'll be like, what the fuck? It doesn't spin. Because it spins now. If you'll roll into it and it doesn't spin, you'll be like, wow, where did it find the grip? On the Mickey Pro?
Yeah, dude. This is hilarious, though. It really is. That really swung out good under that bridge.
Oh yeah, yep. It just, you're like, I think I'm spinning, and it just
What's
keeps.
nice though is it drives really predictably. Even there,
yeah.
like I didn't feel like I was about to like.
I tell
wreck into
people,
the wall.
this chassis is great because you can hang it. Like, I mean, you probably see me do it, but you can hang it. Like, I'll hang it pretty far out, and it drives so neutral. Like the steering is good. The brakes are good. It doesn't feel unpredictable at all. Like, I mean, you never driven it and you're like, brrr,
And actually, I've never ridden in this one. This is actually my first time in this one. The Fairmonts, you know, that was always fun. That was such a fun car, though. I mean, that thing was hilarious. That thing was also a boat, though. Like the brakes, like everything in this thing is so much nicer. Like you really had to.
It's a 30-year-old newer vehicle. And also, what's neat is this kind of sits a little bit upright, but it's so compact. It almost feels like a car because it's such a small truck. But then it has like a fully boxed frame and everything else is strong. Like, it doesn't feel like anything funny is going to happen at all. It's very confidence-inspiring.
Yeah, I mean all that, and you're driving around like this right now on the street. This is a single-digit car.
Yeah.
That put over 4 digits to the tires. It's not running that right now.
Yeah, why even crank it up that much?
But really though, like you could drive it just as docile even if it were set like that.
Yeah, I think people, a lot of older, like old head car guys are like, well, you can't have something that powerful on the street. But it's kind of funny to show people how nice these drive because the turbo adds the power. So they're so smooth and normal and everything else.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, blah, 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 at a stop. It doesn't even sound that raunchy at the stoplight. It literally has a 1-foot exhaust out the hood in front of the camera. Second, real smooth.
Little chirp there.
Oh, it's over the bump. I tried to soften up that one too as much as I could. Here, bark. It's like, whoa. Yeah, that fucking Borg Warner decels forever.
Borg Wiener.
Bog Wiener.
I think I can get to Veracruz this way.
Yes. If you go all the way around, it'll take us all the way around.
This is hilarious, dude.
It makes all the right noises too.
It really does.
That's my favorite thing about the Borg Warners is they just have that
E85 smell.
yeah, it's like a 1,000-mile long whistle up and down. You hear it more out my window, right? I crack my window.
Oh, I can smell it more now. I like that smell though.
Nice whiff of it comes pouring in.
Yeah. God, this thing drives so docile.
You never know.
No.
And then, like, I load the bed for work, and we throw shit away, and we load a cabinet in it.
My left foot doesn't feel like I have like, you know, 40 pounds of brakes under it, like I'm pushing in a race clutch. Like this drives so easy and nice. It really does. Should take it over to CarMax, see what they give us.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, I think I need an appraisal. Take someone for a nice Sunday drive.
What's funny is the front tires are really skinny. So I'm sure if I put a little bit better tire in the front end would feel better. Also, it has the alignment still from the 4-cylinder.
Really?
So it's towed now because
The weight.
yeah, it's cambered in because of all the weight I added. So I always wanted to get it readjusted because a lot of the tire isn't making contact, but it drives pretty good. The only time you can tell is like if you're trying to slow down and make a right, it kind of you're like, yeah, I don't feel like I have that much front end grip. But that's because it literally is riding on the inside of the front tires.
This thing is fucking hilarious, dude. It drives so nice. I think I've said that like 20 times already.
It's just surprising. Even if I take it on a long trip, I'm like, is this thing even fast? Because it's so calm.
It really is.
And then you're like, what? And you're like, yeah, it's dumb. I forgot. It's really dumb. Yeah, it can get real stupid real fast.
It's actually really comfortable too.
Yeah, I mean, the other seat was destroyed, but this one's really nice.
This is Veracruz here, right?
Correct, yeah, you make the left here and it goes right back to my house. Blah, 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 blah.
Skip.
Second. It's just starting to
turn them over. Yep.
It wasn't even in boost. Second gear is a total animal. That's why I have it set to hit third soon and stay in third.
Yeah. No, you can feel it. It just started to move. I was like, yeah, we're good.
Yeah. There's no need to add to that.
I like this car in one piece.
You can dump it into fourth now if you want. Just click it up once.
I forgot we were in third that whole time.
Yeah. 373, stock Explorer rear, stock traction lock, everything. It's funny, all these parts from an unassuming vehicle end up making something awesome.
Yeah, seriously. There's no like fucking $15,000 diff in this, and like, I just love that, man.
$50 I paid for the Explorer
rear. People spend so much money to go slower on a more unreliable car. They really do. And here's all like half junkyard shit. You know, there is a lot of decent parts in this, but like the major stuff is all, nothing crazy. It really is not. These are all parts that people say you can't use on, like they'd probably laugh in your face if you were to buy these.
Oh, you need a Fab 9 and you need this and that TH400 needs to be built, and I'm like, this is a stock 80E.
And it's funny, some people will go either one of two ways. They go for like just dyno numbers or for track numbers. This thing has both. And then you can still take this to the Burger King drive-through.
Yeah, we
just idle it right through, no problem.
We take it to get ice cream, and she takes it to get her nails done, and yeah. Everyone's always like, what the fuck?
Like here we are just driving around on the Sunday.
We went for a bike ride, I loaded
right or left?
I'll go left here, yeah. Nice snapback.
There's a couple of 11s back there on the road.
Oh yeah, it just paints them.
I'm barely in it, dude. I'm barely in it.
Imagine what it's like on 26 pounds.
It's sketchy on these back roads, honestly. Like,
yeah. There's not enough straightaway.
I have a bike now, and this thing is still like, it's not sketchy because it's like that fucked up. It's sketchy because it's just that, dude, the way this thing delivers power is amazing.
And that's a ramp too.
Yeah.
It's ramping the power in.
It's funny, you could almost just like annihilate people in this on the street half throttle. You know, just like barely even murdering it.
I posted that video where I just like slammed on that Corvette, and then we ran that STI on the highway, just as is. And then when I did the Corvette video, people are like, was he even flooring it? And I'm like, I don't even know. I can't even fucking tell. It's so fast, I can't, it doesn't matter if he was or wasn't, I guess. It would have clowned on him the same amount. And then I posted that video where that guy's in that TSX. And people, I mean, or it was a TL or a TL, it was a TL. And people are like, well, those are pretty quick. Well, if you watch my video, I gave him 3 lengths, and then he's fucking pouring away in the rear view, the side view. He turns into a speck. You can't even see him. And that's a 1460 car, but that's just how much, people don't realize how much faster something is until they see it.
This thing is too funny. It really is funny though. It's like a desert heat coming out there.
Yeah. So much torque. Fourth now. That's up. Choo choo.
Choo choo. This thing really is a little choo choo, man.
Choo choo choo. Choo choo truck.
Oh, here we go. Share the road. I always love when I ride past these people on my bike, because I'll actually make like pedaling motions with my motorcycle.
You should offer to give them your hand.
Driving a Learjet.
Yeah. That's why I laugh when people are like, oh, sleeper, sleeper. I'm like, Jesus Christ. It sounds, it has a Pro Mod exhaust out the hood. It sounds like a fucking Power Stroke.
Not as sleeper as like the Fairmont.
It sounds like a Power Stroke pulling a trailer up a fucking hill. And they're like, oh, sleep. And I'm like, you can hear me for 1 mile. It's not, I'm not trying to fool anybody. I just like junky looking shit that goes fast. That's what I build. I don't necessarily build anything to fool anybody. I almost want to make a video stop calling it a sleeper, because everyone calls everything a sleeper. Like a totally stock Ford Taurus SHO, everyone's like, wow, what a sleeper. I'm like, it's a production car.
Yeah.
And I start to get so mad.
There's nothing sleeper about it. This
Like
is how you bought it.
like Cameron's Crown Vic. It has fucking dual 3-inch exhausts out the front. It's like blah 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 blah. Same with mine. Like it makes no. It has like an obvious radial on it. Everything like it has no attempt at being. It's just a Crown Vic that has a turbo 5.3 in it.
It was funny. A lot of that, dude. I'm still in vacuum. And I'm not even.
It's funny to look down and see.
Yeah, because I'm looking at it. It's looking like it stays red pretty much the entire time until you actually get into.
I gotta set those up. I never set them up. Like when it gets hot to go yellow or red or.
That is like no throttle at all.
2.5 pounds.
That drives so nice.
Yep, it's very smooth.
You really could put grandma behind this thing and just let her go to town.
People are like, doesn't it drive crazy? And I'm like, did you watch my quarter-mile pass? I didn't even touch the steering wheel.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If you floored in this, it's gonna kick your ass on the street. But like, as long as you respect that, this thing drives so nice.
There's nothing wild about it, other than the amount of power. But even that's smooth. Woo! I'm like, I'm gonna lift my camera. It's like banging into the door anyway from that fucking bump.
Yeah, that was actually. I didn't even see that one coming. The suspension is really not that bad on this either.
No,
it drives.
if you have weight in the bed, it drives so smooth.
It feels smooth right now to me.
Yeah, I mean it's a little stiff because it's a truck, but it rides better than my Kia, unloaded. And then when you put weight in it, it rides better than my Kia.
This thing is too funny.
I'm glad I fixed that part of my fuel map. We were driving around this morning and it was like whoa, 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 whoa.
No, that might have been me. For all I know.
No.
I also still have it in overdrive.
No, it would do it every time you pull out. It was right between like 1,000 and 2,000. You pull out from a stop and it'd be like whoa, whoa, whoa. It was lunging a little bit till you get to like 2,400. It had a lean spot, and then the closed loop was adding fuel, and then it would go wing in and out. So you could audibly hear it, like whoa, 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 whoa. It was annoying.
This Beamer, good God. You know, they say that's the ultimate driving machine, but like this person's driving like it's the ultimate golf cart in this thing. Good God. It's funny though, is it's not hard to go that slow behind them.
No,
A lot of cars that run single digits, that'd be like a nightmare trying to go that slow.
Yeah, I mean, what are we, like 1,500 in third gear, it's putzing. The brakes always felt pretty good to me.
Am I still on Veracruz or did I miss a turn?
We're still on it. This is 309 up here.
Oh, I know where we're at.
Yep. All that torque.
Yeah, and like probably a half a pound of boost, that's it.
Go left. Actually, go right. No, don't go behind this person, I'm sorry. We'll go up here and then we'll make the right and then we'll do the jug handle. Just to get away from that guy. I'm like,
They have a stop.
No, yeah, they do.
Half, maybe.
Yeah, like
It's hard for me to tell. It actually, I will say the pedal for like the gas is, it's not stiff, but it's not very fluid either. I kind of like that though.
it's a stock. It's all stock cable and spring and everything for a truck.
That's too funny, dude. You realize this is so detuned right now. Probably good though. I don't really think you could put much more out of these tires, to be honest.
Yeah, like I said, these will actually hook over highway speeds sometimes. Today it's pretty warm, and this is concrete, so you want to.
Hooks. Definitely hooks.
pretty good.
That was actually pretty fun, dude. Like, it really gives you like the feeling of a bike without riding a bike.
All the way left.
Hook back around
Yeah, then we'll go up the
hill.
yeah, like good coolant temp.
Yeah, I was about to say, gotta turn it off. It's overheating. Put the fans on. Who's got ice? Anybody got ice?
Tranny's getting a little hot, but my cooler isn't that great, and it's also 100 degrees out, and we're thrashing.
Yeah. It's really hot out right now. It's not
All
just
the way left.
And not just the heat, it's the humidity too.
If we drove on the highway, the tranny would cool down, but fuck that. We're not gonna drive on the highway.
Yeah, I'm good. You know, right now though, as this thing is driving, it would probably have no problem walking on a 600, no doubt. From like a nice,
Especially
60 roll.
someone who
on the
can't
highway.
ride. And then we'll
If you have this thing turned up though, like the way you usually do, this thing would probably give my bike a run for its money. For a minute, you know?
yeah, I'd have to check what your bike traps, but I trapped 143, so it is faster than old, like a bunch of 1000s. Especially if someone can't ride,
Yeah.
you got them. Especially, here's the thing, on a bike, you're like, I'm so much faster than everybody else. You don't even downshift a lot of the times. So if you didn't downshift on this, it would get you. If you didn't get it, like right when the getting was good, it would get you. I know that much. Still green.
Person over there, they're like having a conversation with their dog.
Yeah, the little fucking dog.
I'm a street truck. It really is a shame though that the horn broke.
Yeah.
It kind of is upsetting.
I gotta fix it. It did work. It stopped working. Doing that right. Lock up.
Yeah, it kind of like shifts a little unpredictably because it's all electric. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
I'm used
I
to
have it set up the way that I like to drive, and then if I'm gonna hammer,
I was trying to roll into it to get it to build a little bit, and then it wanted to downshift. And I was like, we don't need
that's why we put it into, you just put it into third whenever you're gonna hit it. And then like I said, it's so traction limited that I have it staying in third all the time. And then so it doesn't blow up overdrive, I have it shifting out of overdrive at like 40% throttle no matter what.
I mean, look though, the thing still runs. You know what I mean?
Yep.
This merges then. Choo choo. Yeah, this is actually the way I came over here.